daily and weekly email newsletters and a website updated several times a day, Fleet Owner has all the latest news and information delivered to you when you want it and where you want it. From industry experts to award-winning writers and columnists, Fleet Owner is the #1 source for trucking information in North America. Remember to visit fleetowner.com every day for the latest industry news. You can also sign up to receive Newsline, their free email newsletter, and subscribe to Fleet Owner magazine. Visit fleetowner.com. Fleet Owner, for news you can use.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is excited to once again offer its diabetes prevention program, Driving Down Diabetes. This free CDC-approved year-long program begins January 9, 2023, with live webinars focusing on nutrition, movement, stress management, sleep, and more. Sponsored by Southern Recipe, this program is for those at risk not already diagnosed with diabetes. Go to truckersfund.org, take the risk assessment located under the Health and Wellness tab, and sign up today.
News Radio 1440 WLWIAM, the home of Sean Hannity, also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama, a Cumulus media station. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Former President Trump is waiting it out at his estate in Florida with no decision announced yet on an indictment in a New York case involving hush money allegedly paid to former porn star Stormy Daniels. Correspondent Cammie McCormick says Mr. Trump's supporters are keeping close tabs.
An intelligence bulletin details a significant increase in threats and violent rhetoric. Many domestic extremists consider an arrest of the former president as a line in the sand, which could result in a call to action by far right-wing groups. That could include anything from protest to mass civil disobedience and even violence, but there are no specific threats at this time.
The Fed is expected to announce a decision today on whether to ask Americans to pay more to borrow money, despite turmoil in the banking industry. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
We're likely to see a 1/4 percentage point increase, which would take the federal funds rate, the benchmark rate, to a new range of 4.75 to 5%.
In California's Bay Area, atmospheric river of the season leaves more than 130,000 customers without power and millions under new flood watches. KPIX TV's Betty Yu is in San Francisco.
Hurricane-like winds whipped up waves on the bay and knocked down giant trees along the Embarcadero. A big rig overturned on the Bay Bridge to Oakland, snarling traffic for hours. Pedestrians also proved to be no match against the sudden windstorm. People struggled to walk and clung onto street posts to keep their balance.
A man was killed when a van fell on his tree. At least 4 people have been killed in a Russian drone attack on a student dorm in Ukraine. It came just hours after Japan's prime minister left Kyiv and China's Xi Jinping departed Moscow. The Oklahoma Supreme Court has ruled 5-4 women can get abortions if their own lives are at risk. CBS's Matt Piper.
The court held that abortion must be allowed in order to preserve the life of the mother after a challenge brought to state law by abortion rights supporters. The court, however, declined to rule on whether the state constitution grants the right to an abortion for other reasons.
Bruce Springsteen rocked the White House last night
for his extraordinary contributions to the American songbook and for being the boss.
Bruce, Mindy Kaling, Gladys Knight, Julia Louis-Dreyfus among the stars President Biden honored with the National Medal of Arts.
We're a nation, a great nation, in large part because of the power of the arts and humanities. That's stamped into the DNA of America.
The group awarded 2 years late because of a pandemic backlog. This is CBS News.
Nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance so you only pay for what you need. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Guys, stop putting your love life on hold. U.S. Pharmacy has some exciting news. If you've been wanting to try Viagra or Cialis, now's the perfect time. Call today and receive 90 little blue or little yellow pills for only $119 with free shipping. Why order some low-dose sildenafil from one of those subscription services when we can give you what you want now? Call 800-711-6880 and we'll rush your order discreetly packaged to your door. And thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? Call U.S. Pharmacy at 800-711-6880. $68.18 for as little as only $119 for 90 pills. Need your package in a hurry? Call 800-711-6818 and ask about our express shipping option. We'll rush your order to you as soon as possible. Save money on this little blue or yellow pill you've been wanting to try. Again, 800-711-6818 now. That's 800-711-6818.
They're set to rock out in the Windy City.
Billie Eilish is among the headliners at this summer's Lollapalooza in downtown Chicago. There's also Jezza and Kendrick Lamar. There will be 170 acts on 9 stages, among them 30 Seconds to Mars, Lil Yachty, Diplo, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Ticket info is at lollapalooza.com. The festival runs August 3rd through the 6th. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News, Chicago.
Audrey would be tickled pink.
You see more.
The Venus flytrap, like the one in Little Shop of Horrors, could become the official carnivorous plant of South Carolina. Who knew states had one, right? Conservationists are pushing a proposal that's just advanced in the state legislature. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
I'm sorry, traffic is terrible. It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices are skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BUY for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BUY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BUY for 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up.
Another Guardian Credit Union story.
Hey, so what are we doing with your hair today? I need a trim, a new dishwasher, and a much-needed vacation. Do you see any grays? Sounds like you need a personal loan. My friend just got a loan from Guardian Credit Union, and he used it to upgrade his kitchen appliances. That's what I need to do. Guardian has great rates and a friendly team that makes payments affordable. Perfect. I guess stylists really can fix everything.
Connect with Guardian for all your lending needs.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Indeed.com. Hiring heating up? Indeed's hiring platform makes it easy to attract, screen, and interview candidates all in one place. Sponsor a post and instantly receive a short list of quality candidates on Indeed whose resumes match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Not nearly as cold this morning. Temperatures starting in the 40s. A good deal of sunshine today gets us up into the upper 70s. Much warmer today, about 10 degrees warmer than we were yesterday. For tonight, down into the low 50s. Some may fall into the upper 40s. Mostly clear. Some patchy fog is possible. For your Thursday, low 80s with a mix of sun and clouds. Probably more sun than clouds. Friday, low to mid 80s. Sunshine and clouds. Storms Friday night.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive. Family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now we're looking good. Your Wednesday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into and through the Tri-County area from Clanton, Albany, Greenville. No problems on 231 south out of Wetumpka or north out of Troy. Registration for summer classes going on right now at Trenton State. Scholarships are available. Trenton State, today's college for tomorrow's world. Buckle up, it's the law from Montgomery Skywatch Traffic. This is Major Delay.
When it comes to tires, bald ain't so beautiful. It's time for a tire makeover at Chico's Auto Pros. Better price, better experience, guaranteed. 239-9510.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Wednesday. This morning, we're getting a first look at the governor's proposed budgets, which could include a tax rebate. The governor proposes a one-time rebate of $400 to all individual taxpayers or an $800 rebate for families. The proposal must now be approved by lawmakers, and if approved, only people who filed taxes in 2021 will qualify. Montgomery Mayor Stephen Reed is expected to officially launch his re-election campaign. That announcement will take place today at noon at Gateway Park Lodge. Back in 2019, Mayor Reed made history, becoming the first black mayor in Montgomery. Dodge will halt production on its most famous muscle car, the Challenger, at the end of this year. Dodge engineers say this will be the Demon 170, and it'll be the last gas-powered Challenger. It will go from 0 to 60 miles an hour in 2 seconds. Expected cost around $96,000. I'm Jasmine Williams, and these are your morning headlines.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
I'm Scott Trout, attorney and CEO of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. We help men deal with the life changes triggered by divorce. But life changes also occur after divorce. These changes can make parts of your existing court order irrelevant or harder to follow. If you feel a modification to your court orders might be necessary, talk to us at Cordell & Cordell.
For matters in Tennessee, visit CordellCordell.com. 200 West Martin Luther King Boulevard, Suite 1000, Chattanooga, Tennessee, 37402. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
The steak experts at Omaha Steaks are helping you spring into something delicious with their semi-annual sale. Grab all your favorites at 50% off, like tender steaks, ocean fresh seafood, air-chilled chicken, and more. Plus, use promo code HOT at omahasteaks.com and check out for an additional $30 off your order. Get fired up and spring into something special. But hurry, 50% off site-wide is only for a limited time. Visit omahasteaks.com. Use code HOT at checkout for an additional $30 off during their semi-annual sale today. Order may be required.
How long does it take to tackle a home project? With Angie, you could cross it off your list before this ad is over. Just tell us what you need. Indoor or outdoor, repair or redesign, and we handle the rest. Sending a top
Good morning, world.
You don't have to lift a finger.
Good morning. How everybody doing? Hope they're doing well. Now, if you're out there and you see this, how about right high in my live feed there, so I'll know that I'm not wasting my money.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
And here we go. Go.
Sometimes.
All right, don't forget to write hello in the thing over there. In my live feed, just say hello.
The focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins. Tomorrow morning, if you wake up.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine once again, if you can. For it is another day, one more. You're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and it's time for our daily bread. This is News Radio 1440 AM on your dial, or newsradio1440.com, or download our app. Either way, we got a Facebook page, News Radio 1440. So if you just want to tune in or give your comments, feel free to do so. Good morning to you. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that will change your perspective or at least give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Permission to Rest. Our scripture insight today comes from Genesis 1:31 through 2:2. Genesis 2:2 says, God had finished the work. So on the seventh day, he rested from all of his work. Govern yourselves accordingly. Good morning to you. And again, it is March the 22nd, 2023 AD. It is a day that has never been, and it is also a day that once it's gone, it shall never ever come again. It is a once in a lifetime deal like every other day in the toils of history. It comes and it goes, never to return. You don't get it back. You don't get a do-over. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should do today that you don't. You don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done. If you have lived a while, you no doubt have seen, heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, whatever we do, make sure that you reach back every once in a while and give somebody else a helping hand along the way. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. I say, if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail in a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say, give out if you must, rest if you can, but never give up. Never, ever quit. Because quitters don't win, and winners never quit. And no matter what happens to you this day, it is still, like all the days of old, a great day to be alive. Good morning to you, Montgomery. Permission to rest. That's our daily bread for today, March the 22nd.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. I'm Elisa Morgan, and I titled our reading, Permission to Rest. We sat atop some beach boulders, my friend Susie and I, watching the foam send up sea spray in arched curls. Looking at the incoming waves crashing one after another against the rocks, Susie announced, I love the ocean. It keeps moving so I don't have to. Isn't it interesting how some of us feel we need permission to pause from our work to rest? Well, that's just what our good God offers us. For 6 days, God spun the earth into existence, creating light, land, vegetation, animals, and humans. Then, on the seventh day, God rested. In the Ten Commandments, God listed his rules for healthy living to honor him, including the command to remember the Sabbath as a day of rest. In the New Testament, we see Jesus healing all the sick of the town and then early the next morning retreating to a solitary place to pray. Purposefully, our God both worked and rested. The rhythm of God's provision and work and his invitation to rest reverberates around us. Spring's planting yields growth in the summer, harvest in autumn, and rest in winter. Morning, noon, afternoon, evening, night. God orders our lives for both work and rest, offering us permission to do both. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Genesis chapter 1, verse 31 through chapter 2, verse 2. God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. Thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all their vast array. By the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day, he rested from all his work. Let's pray. Dear God, thank you that you made us to follow after your heart, to both work and rest for your glory and our good. In Jesus' name we pray. Thanks for listening today. My name is Elisa Morgan, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
It's time to rise and shine, Montgomery, Alabama. Time to get up. Let's get the day moving. Lois and sunlight. Okay, sun out yet? Well, it's coming. Anyway, it's time to rise. Let's get up. Let's go to work. Time for PT, baby. Time for PT. General, can you motivate us a little bit this morning before we do that run? All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne every day. We run to the sun. No sweat, barely yet. Down in the mess hall on my knee. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. Oh, yeah. The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. You know darn well that you can't eat that. Hey, come on now. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Air, boom. All the way. When I was young, always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, knees in the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. South Bend, Alabama's only paratrooper on the airways, baby. But I got somebody got to do it. Well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump match that said 1 minute to go. Green light lead with the clearing blow. Oh, yeah. I'm getting there. I'm waking up. I'm waking up. The green light on yet? All right, let's go. All right. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. All the way. All right, then. All right. I see that 141 coming down the street. We got to go catch it. We got to go run after it. Come on, man. But we got to do what we got to do. So let's do it, baby. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work, work. Oh, 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 oh. Hard work, work. Doing it right. Hard work, work. That's what they say. I earn my pay. I get up by the 2:45. Oh, turn home and go to pay. Oh, yeah. I'm running to ship. Hard work, work, go, go, go. Hard work, work, work. That's what they say. Hard work. I earn my pay. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. And go to playing. Hard work, work. Oh, oh, oh. Work, work. Oh, let's go to work. Hard work, work. Coffee break. Go. Hard work, work. That's what. Oh, hard work, work. Oh, oh. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Go to work. Hard work, work. On the airplane. In the early morning rain. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Woo! Woo! Hard work, work. Sit them on down. Oh, 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 oh. Hard work, work. Are we done yet? Hard work, work. Hard work. I earn my pay. Hard work. Oh, hard work. Woo! What a way to wake up in the morning. Okay. Woo! This PT's getting to me these days. But I won't quit. I'll never give up. I keep rolling and rolling, brother. Anyway, it's time to rise and shine, my peoples. Time to get up and now pay homage to our armed forces of these United States of America, because the only reason why it's free, because we're the home of the brave and the land of the free. Somebody's got to pull maintenance on America. Might as well be their turn now. Want to say good morning to the Montgomery Sheriff, the great Derek Cunningham. Good morning, Sheriff. Good morning to the Montgomery Police Department, Albert something. I don't really know his name very much. I don't hear much about him. But anyway, good morning, Police Chief. Also to the officers and the men and the women who guard our streets at night. Good morning to the Alabama National Guard and to the First Sergeant and the Sergeant Major Rasmussen. To all you folks out there. I missed anybody? Oh. Even though they don't know, I'm telling them every morning, good morning, Montgomery Sanitation Department. They don't know. I'll be going by waving them, saying, they say, who in the hell is that? He must be lost. Okay, then. Well, listen, it's me in the little purple car. Okay, I just holler at you guys in the morning because I know you do an outstanding job. All right? So I'm just saying, I'm giving you props here. Can't give you no money. We don't give nothing away on this station because we're not Democrats. We don't give nothing away for free. Got to earn it. Earn it! And a special salute to all the people who run in when everybody else is running out. Don't forget the fire medics. One more thing. I met somebody yesterday that they drive an ambulance, and I said, "Hey, how you doing, there, Miss Ambulance Driver?" She said, "Wait a minute. Whoa, time out. I'm a paramedic." So I knocked out 10 push-ups right there on the spot because I was wrong. Said, you only got to learn how to drive an ambulance, but to be a paramedic, and trust me, I don't want to tick her off just in case you run up on a brother on an accident. So good morning to all the paramedics of the Montgomery Fire Department and Care Ambulance and all the ambulance people out there who, if you see me on the road, please do resuscitate. Don't let a brother go without a fight. That's what I'm talking about. But if you just can't help a brother out, give me a hand salute and say goodbye. But just make sure you do your best, okay? I'm just saying. Okay, we're here. We're ready to say good morning to you folks and see what's going on. We ready. We ready. We can handle this. I'm good. How's everybody doing? It's 6:27 in the morning. If you got to be there by 7 o'clock, you got 33 minutes by which to arrive. Remember Robert Charles, the moving finger writes and having written moves on. Well, he told me always get a time on the radio. That's one of the reasons why people turn on the radio, so they hear the time. It's 6:28 in the morning. All right. So if you got to be there by 6:30, you got a couple minutes to get there. Don't be speeding and all that stuff. I mean, you can always get another job from where it looks like everybody can get a job who really wants one. However, I must admit the pay hasn't gone up to the extent that I thought it was going up for everybody. But I guess everybody's not making $15 an hour. But we finally figured it out. According to the statistical analysis of some Pew Research or something like that. In Alabama, you need to make at least $47,000 a year. Now you can work two jobs to do that. $20,000, $25,000 a year to get you 50 grand. That's kind of tough. So I'm thinking. I know. I don't want to sound like a Democrat, but sometimes, sometimes the Democrats may be right about a couple of these things. Not very many. Not about abortion and all that stuff, but they and the gay stuff and all that thing. But they are right about, a brother ought to be able to work one job, take care of his family. Okay, you shouldn't have to work two jobs. I mean, that's just the way I see it. Yeah. I mean, if I'm doing my best on one job, it's going to take everything I got. So in order to work two jobs, it's going to take a little extra. And sometimes we just don't have it. But we got to do what we got to do. Especially, first of all, let me give a salute to fast food restaurants this morning. We dog the young folks in there every once in a while because they get attitudes and stuff like that. Listen, if I had to do all the work they had to do, seriously, with the little pay they get, I'm surprised they even show up sometimes. Because it is a difficult job. I used to work at McDonald's. Okay, I'm telling you, there's nothing easy about that job. But on the other hand, folks who work at McDonald's and Popeyes and places like that, you got to start someplace. You can't start at the top. You don't know anything. But if you're smart enough and you're patient enough and you have intuitive enough and you got some sense, it's every step on the ladder still takes you up. Okay? But you can't skip the bottom step. Because if you skip the bottom step, what is going to happen? You're going to fall on the ground. I'm just saying, we appreciate you. So today in Montgomery, Alabama, I'm going to designate this like the governor, in the city of Montgomery, I, Kevin DeVille Elkins, the mayor of the airways of Montgomery, do by decree decree this day to be nice to fast food workers day. Okay? Be nice to fast food workers day. Whether it's Popeyes, McDonald's, Hardee's, Chappie Deli. Well, Chappie Deli ain't really fast food, but same thing. Be nice to young folks who work and bring you your plate and cook your hamburger and your grilled tuna like I get. Okay, it is be nice to food service workers day. I do decree on this, what day is this? On this, what day is it? This is the, let me see now. Hold on. Okay, March the 22nd, 2023. So now what does that mean? That means say thank you. Be nice to them, okay? And give them a smile. But just say thank you. Yeah, we know they're doing their job, But listen, the paramedic's doing his job too, but I don't mind him putting a little extra in there sometimes if you find me on the side of the road. I'm just saying, be nice. Okay, so again, decreed by Kevin D. Elkins, mayor of the airways of Montgomery, today is Be Nice to Fast Food Workers Day. Even at Dunkin' Donuts, although I hardly ever see anybody in there. Okay, anyway, so be nice. And here's what I'm telling you. Give them, not everybody in the thing, whoever your server is, give him a $5 tip. Okay? And let me tell you something. $5 is gas money again. Okay? Some of these folks may have just made it to work on a little gas they got. So $5 bill today goes to your fast worker, whoever attends you today. Okay? That is decreed by me, the mayor of the airways of Montgomery. That's right, me, Kevin Elkins, Sergeant, retired United States Army. So, somebody write that decree up and send it to me so I can put it on my Facebook page so everybody knows it's official and it's actually coming from me. So the deal is, every fast food worker that you run into today that serves you, not all of you, you give them $5. Okay, that's the decree. Somebody get the word out. Somebody tell the mayor's office, the mayor of the land's office, that that is the decree for today. And today is March the 22nd, 2023. I'm just saying, you might want to do something nice for them guys. And next time, when you get your food, you don't have to worry about We got to show some humility, okay? Even to fast food workers. Besides that, my son's probably been working on a restaurant soon. I want to make sure that he get a little tip here and there, okay? Anyway, good morning to you. I'm feeling absolutely wonderful today. Any day above ground is better than the ground being above me. Don't forget, Fast Food Workers Day today, $5 tip to the guy who serves a girl who serves you. Okay, woman, whatever. Hey, in this case, it doesn't make any difference whether they're transgender or not. You know what I'm saying? If they're doing a good job, throw something in their hand to do. You know? Remember, from the mayor of the airway, that's me. Hey, maybe I get challenged to tell everybody that. Look at that.
Top savings on top brands and lows. More. Start saving today. Not really mid-80s. Montgomery's car watch traffic brought to you by family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440. In the entire history of esports, few people as notable as XQC. XQC is one of the largest streamers in the world and is well known for his behavior. He's a competitor for the overall team before being kicked off the tournament. He now has his own platform. The massive creator of the Blue Blade performance and the doesn't refuse. XQC is currently developing a tournament. Is this the future we hope for? Securing your IRA. Easy to For this one, amazing watch every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Avage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better.
More information, please visit
Telling you what your real news. It's the Tom Bonvino Show on News Radio 1440.
Trying to get home. I love it. Again, we want to welcome back all the Vietnam veterans and the prisoners of war. Vietnam started last week, was the 50th anniversary of landing at Maxwell, at Gunner, and all these other places. We brought the boys home. Welcome home, Vietnam veterans. Appreciate you. Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah. Okay, then. So much for that. All right, good morning. How's everybody doing? Okay, now you know what time it is. Lessons of life and the legal word of the day. Don't forget, it is be nice and fast work. Working today, whether it's the Waffle House, McDonald's, Burger King, wherever it is. You know, you throw an extra $5 in there to help somebody out today. I'm telling you, $5 will make a difference in somebody's life today. You know, maybe that thing to work on fumes, but they don't make the money you do. You don't get a little money. 50 years ago, I was working like that. And I tell you, I don't know what I was making, $1 an hour, $1.50, whatever. Well, what was it? Hey, serious? No. I see what I was making. Hey, Google, what was the minimum wage in 1974? It was $1.65. Let me be what? But a milk was like 50 cents. So, okay, so I started at $1.65 an hour in 1974. We really worked for that, but who took the prices up on everything? Seriously, who took the prices up? You know, like $8 a gallon. I mean, $8 for whatever it is, $9 for 12. But the chicken ain't complaining. He's still laying the same amount of eggs. So somebody need to tell me why the eggs went up. Okay, sure. I can kind of understand the milk going up. If gas goes up, the only way to get the milk to the store. Okay, they can use the same. Okay, but listen, if everybody's riding in the same truck, my Lord, why everything got to go up? I'm just asking the question. Sounds like a little greed to me. That's what it sounds like to me. A little greed going on with it. I'm just saying. Anyway, you want to text me, 274-3411. It's our text number, 274-3411. Now, the question of the day, the word of the day, along with a couple other things that I got to put out. Okay, I got to put this thing in so I can see it. All right, then. The legal word of the day is this one. We've heard a lot about this lately, but most of us don't really know what it is. Grand jury. What is a grand jury? A body of citizens who listen to evidence of criminal allegation, not charges, but allegations, which are presented by the government. and determines whether there is a probable cause to believe that the offense was committed. As it is used in federal criminal cases, the government refers to the lawyers of the U.S. Attorney's Office who are prosecuting the case. Grand jury proceedings are closed to the public unless you got that fool like in Chicago the other day, and wherever she was, New York, and talking to the public. And the person suspected of having committed the crimes is not entitled to be present or have an attorney present. So I mean, people can lie all on you in the grand jury. They can lie on you like, I don't know what. States are not required. Now, states are not required to use grand juries, but the federal government must do so under the Constitution. Okay? So a grand jury is a body of citizens who listen to evidence, whether true or fabricated, of criminal allegation, that's presented by the government. In other words, you don't get a say in a grand jury. They can talk about you like a dog, claim you did everything but shoot the dog, and you got a grand jury there who may be, who may not like it, someone may not like, I don't know. So they'll come back. That's why you can indict a ham sandwich. Okay, it is used in federal cases. The government refers to the lawyers of their U.S. Attorney's Office who are prosecuting the case. Grand jury proceedings are closed to the public, and the people suspected of being committed in the crime are not entitled to be present or have an attorney present. Seems like kind of un-American to me, but okay. States are not required to use grand juries, but the federal government must do so under the Constitution. That's what a grand jury is. I know. But at the end of the day, they're regular citizens like you and I. Okay? Now, what is the lesson of life today? Now, this is an interesting one because we all can learn something from this one. Okay? We all can learn something, especially me. Yeah, especially me too. One of the greatest attributes a human can have is humility. Without it, you must tell people who you are. And some of you do it all the time. With it, other people will tell other people who you are. And if you don't get that, you think about that for a second. Again, one of the greatest attributes a human can have is humility. Without it, you tell people who you are. With it, others will tell other people who you are. Now, you think about that for a couple seconds there, and you'll get it. It'll hit you. It'll hit you in a minute. It is March the 22nd. It is the 81st day of this year. Okay? On this day in 1765, the British Parliament passed a Stamp Act to raise money from the American colonies, which fiercely resisted the tax. And they caught up with it, though. The Stamp Act was repealed a year later. In 1882, President Chester Alan Arthur signed a measure outlawing polygamy. 1894, hockey's first Stanley Cup championship game was played. Home team Montreal defeated Ottawa 3-1. Still ain't figured out what the big deal about skating on that cold ice. I don't know what that's all about. But some people seem to like it because it sure is big in Canada and the Soviet Union. 1933, during Prohibition, Franklin Delano Roosevelt signed a measure to make wine and beer containing up to 3.2% alcohol legal. The year was 1941. The Grand Coulee hydroelectric dam in Washington State officially went into operation. If you've never been to Washington State, you need to go. Seriously. You need to go to the outer west state in the United States. If you have never been, I guarantee you will want to live there. I know some people complain about the rain a lot. Well, I lived in Hawaii and I complain because the sun was out too much. So everybody complains. Okay. 1963, the Beatles' debut album, Please, Me, was released in the United Kingdom by Parlophone. The year was 1968. On this day, President Lyndon Baines Johnson announced that General William C. Westmoreland, the commander of American forces in Vietnam, would leave that post to become the U.S. Army's new chief of staff. Students at the University of Montgomery in suburban Paris occupied the school's administration building in a prelude to massive protests in France that began the following May. And also on this day, the first Red Lobster restaurant opened in Lakeland, Florida. Now, I've never tasted a lobster yet. Never. It looks like roaches. How can I eat a roach? It's a roach. It's a big roach that lives in the water, kind of like shrimp. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Okay? Although the tail looks pretty good. A lot of meat there, a lot of white meat there. I ain't gonna eat them. Okay, I did eat a roach once. I woke up when I was coming up. I woke up one morning, and there was a roach crawling around my mouth. And I didn't know what it was. I just started chewing. Then when I finally figured out what it was, well, it's kind of like too late had swallowed. I know. Life before that. 1978, Carl Walenda, the 73-year-old patriarch of the Flying Walenda High Wire Act, fell to his death while attempting to walk a cable strung between two hotel towers in San Juan, Puerto Rico. 1988 was the year both houses of Congress overrode President Ronald Reagan's veto of the Civil Rights Restoration Act, which I don't still forget. But hey, yeah, somebody's making money on it. 1990, a jury in Anchorage, Alaska, found former tanker captain Joseph Hazelwood not guilty of 3 major charges in connection with the Exxon Valdez oil spill, but convicted him of minor charges of negligent discharge of oil. Yeah, I don't think he was just perfect. 1991, high school instructor Pamela Smart, accused of recruiting her teenage lover and his friends to kill her husband, Gregory, was convicted in Exeter, New Hampshire of murder, conspiracy, and being an accomplice to murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. The year was 1997. Cora Lipinski, at the age of 14 years old and 10 months, became the youngest ladies world figure skating champion in Lausanne, Switzerland. And in 2004, Hamas spiritual leader Sheikh Ahmed Yassin was killed in an Israeli airstrike in Gaza City. Enraging Palestinians. Terry Nichols went on trial for his life in Oklahoma City bombing. Nichols already serving a life sentence for his conviction of the federal charges. Was found guilty of 161 state murder charges, but was again spared the death penalty when the jury could not agree on his sentence. And it was 14 years ago, a single engine turboprop plane headed to Montana ski resort nosedived into a cemetery short of the runway in Butte, Montana, killing all 14 people aboard, including 7 kids. The Mount Humboldt volcano in Alaska began erupting. It took 6 months to settle down. Friends and family gathered in a small Hudson Valley, New York town to say farewell to the Tony Award-winning actress Natasha Richardson at 45, who died in a skiing accident. And it was 9 years ago. A massive mudslide in Oslo, Washington, killing 43 people and destroyed or damaged 4 dozen homes. A barrage of cargo ship collision in the Houston Ship Channel dumped nearly 173,000 gallons of heavy fuel oil on this day 9 years ago. Pope Francis named the first member of the commission to advise them on sex abuse policies. I don't know why you need, a committee for that one, but don't do it. Okay. Los Angeles Dodgers opened the Major League Baseball season with a 3-1 win over the Arizona Diamondbacks at Sydney Cricket Grounds, NBL's first regular season game in Australia. And 5 years ago, President Donald Trump announced that he would replace National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster with former UN Ambassador John Bolton. McMaster became the 6th close Trump advisor or aide to depart in a turbulent 6 weeks. Trump set in motion tariffs at as much as $60 billion in Chinese imports. The China threatened retaliation. Yeah, what? We won't see. The heightening trade tensions brought a sell-off on Wall Street, with the Dow Industrial Fund more than 700 points. H. Wayne Azinza, a college dropout who built a business empire that included blockbuster entertainment and three professional sports franchises, died at the age of 80. This goes to show you it's still possible to do what you want to do in America. You just gotta be willing to put in the work. Now, today, we observe National Goof Off Day. Hey, do what you want to do. American Red Cross Giving Day. Let our hearts to humanity be built on a world we can be proud of. As young as you feel day. So no matter how old you are, today you can be a trans person. You can transfer yourself back to a young person. Okay. Today on. Bavarian Crepes Day. Don't know what that is, but it sounds pretty good. Daffodil Day. I don't know what a daffodil is, but I think it's a flower. Emancipation Day in Puerto Rico. Now, I didn't know do we have them slaves too? Were they slaves in America too? Do we have to emancipate them too? Yeah, we're all over the place. People up. Anyway, check out Puerto Ricans' way to commemorate and celebrate Emancipation Day. I got a couple of friends from Puerto Rico. I got to call them after what that's all about. Founding anniversary of the Philippine Army. Okay. Let me see. International Day of the Seal. Well, really, man, nothing about seals, but it sure looks funny. I mean, they act like funny creatures. International Goof Off Day. I told you about that day already. International Talk Like William Shatner Day. Aim me up, Scotty. National Donald Day. So if your name is Donald, today is your day because Donald is a celebrated name on today. Okay. Now, Talk Like William Shakespeare Day. Where art thou? Am that I am. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your golden hair. Is that Shakespeare? Yeah. I do know a couple other Shakespeare things, but I can't remember it. World Day in Meta. Don't know what that means. World Water Day. Okay. World Water Day, well, aims to bring water aside to people who truly need it across the border. Now, and this is the part I just can't see. You know, we live in a world that's 70% water. How can we be short water? Yeah, that's a problem. We got more water on Earth than we got anywhere else. Anyway, I guess I mean fresh water, but we can always boil it. Okay. Anyway, so much for that. 6:56 in the morning. I don't know who's calling me this time. All right, who's calling me the time you ain't supposed to call me? Good morning. I know. Let's do it again. Because I was at the end of my renewal. Anyway, even though we got 22 workers in the city of Montgomery already, and it's not. At this rate, we'll be like 100. Listen, I don't want to be 101. With 22 murders in the city. And I don't know who to blame. I don't know if the governor's thing helped us at all. I think we need to repeal that thing about letting everybody carry a gun whether they got a license or not. I think I believe that our legislature needs to repeal that. I think we need to get rid of that law. I mean, we got enough fools walking around with guns already. We don't really need any more people walking around with guns. I'm sorry. We just something's going wrong with it. I mean, what the hell made them pass such a law? Who would do such a thing? Really? Why do we get a law when people are already doing it? Already carrying guns around with no license? They're already doing it. I'm just saying it lends us that cowboy and Indian kind of mentality in Alabama. Yeah, just throw down there, partner. Go down to the nearest pawn shop, get yourself a 357 or 40-yard max or whatever it is. Or hell, don't even worry about that. Get yourself an M16. Yeah, you don't have to tell nobody about it. You gotta run no license for it. You just go down there and buy it. Now, of course, when we buy it, we gotta have something to shoot at with it. I'm just saying, it went the smartest piece of legislation that the state of Alabama ever came up with. It's just not. It's crazy. Why they did it, I don't know, but it's a terrible law. So I'm calling on the legislative state of Alabama to repeal that law. Get rid of that. Because you're not going to stop anybody from getting a gun who want one. You can text me if you want to. 274, area code 234-274-3411. If you got something you want to tell me about, or tell me something nasty, whatever. Anyway, I gotta go. We'll be back.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams of WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Wednesday. This morning, we're going to first look at the governor's proposed budget for 2023 budget. The governor proposes a one-time rebate of $400 to all taxpayers, or $200 rebate to families. However, must not be approved by lawmakers to approve on 2023. Montgomery Mayor Stephen Reed is expected to assist
WLWIAM is radio's keyboard observer on 95.1 FM in Memphis, a communist media station. This is the CBS World News Roundup, sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Millions of Californians are under flood warnings this morning after a deadly bomb cyclone storm slammed into the coast with deadly results. Correspondent Janet Chamberlain has our top story. More turbulent winds are causing heat waves in the San Francisco Bay, knocking down trees and forcing pedestrians to avoid their cover on the border in San Francisco. Across California Tuesday, almost 250,000 people were without power, up to 80 miles per hour. Meanwhile, rain-swollen streams are washing up in southern California. A driver was killed by a tree fell in a van south of San Francisco. This is day 2 of a strike that shut down schools in the Los Angeles district. Tens of thousands of bus drivers, custodians, cafeteria workers, and other support staff walked out, demanding better pay. Teachers like this one are honoring their picket lines.
We want to make sure that our kids understand that we're fighting for their future. We're fighting for better inside better research. We're going to make it.
President Trump and his supporters are still waiting to hear from the U.S. grand jury on whether Mr. Trump will be indicted for allegedly falsifying business records to cover up hush money into a porn star. Correspondent Robert Costa is in Manhattan.
If an indictment is issued, law enforcement sources say Trump would likely travel to New York, where he would surrender to authorities, be fingerprinted, photographed, and arraigned before a judge.
CBS News has obtained an intelligence bulletin from Homeland Security warning of violent threats from extremists who posted his arrest would be seen as a line in the sand. The Fed will announce a decision today on another interest rate hike, this one at the backdrop of the banking crisis. Mark Zandi is chief economist at Moody's.
On the Fed, I recommend no rate increase.
It's expected to hike rates another quarter of a percentage point. Britain's flamboyant former Prime Minister will be on the hot seat today. And Rebecca Imagine, low-level Prime Minister Boris Johnson remains a member of Britain's Parliament. His fellow lawmakers completely deliberately misled them about lockdown-busting parties on his watch. Well, he could be suspended, even expelled. Johnson will be defending himself today before the committee investigating the so-called Partygate scandal. Japan's reclaimed the World Baseball Classic crown with a little help from an angel.
If I were on the Fed, 3-2 from Ohtani. He throws. Trout.
Shohei Ohtani striking out his LA teammate Mike Trout on Fox. His national team to a 3-2 victory. This is CBS News.
Nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance so you only pay for what you need. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Guys, stop putting your love life on hold. U.S. Pharmacy has some exciting news. You've been wanting to try Viagra or Cialis. Now's the perfect time. Call today to receive 90 little blue or little yellow pills for only $119 free shipping. Or some low-dose sildenafil from one of those subscription services when we can give you what you want now. Call 800-711-6883. and we'll rush your order discreetly packaged to your door. You're thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? Call U.S. Pharmacy at 800-711-6818 for as little as only $1.19 for 90 pills. Need your package in a hurry? Call 800-711-6818 and ask about our express shipping option, and we'll rush your order to you as soon as possible. Save money on this little blue or yellow pill you're wanting to try. Again, 800-711-6818 now. That's 800-711-6818.
Cherry blossom season is here in the capital. It's a sign of spring.
What Charlotte Happel is talking about is Washington, D.C.'s prized possession in March, the cherry blossom.
They're gorgeous, and they are a historical monument for the Japanese.
A gift 100
Learn my name. Dale Albert. Okay.
And lasting through Saturday.
Okay.
Business, Nation's capital.
The fact that I don't know the name, you're doing a pretty good job.
CBS News.
Skiing and boarding season will extend into summer this year in California. The officials at Mammoth Mountain Big Bear Resort say they'll be open until at least July, thanks to the heaviest snowfall there in a decade. And they say it's never been extended for that long this early in the season. Insurance spokeswoman tells the LA Times it's likely to be the best spring skiing and riding the Eastern Sierra has ever seen. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Ronald tries to manage his constipation with family pain, discomfort, and healthy. His irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS can have another way. And finally said yes to having insects.
Incest, or inactitide, is a prescription medicine that treats IBS in the face. This is like stimulant for activists, and each has more frequent and complete bowel movements. It helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, tummy pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination with children less than 2 weeks old. In home, do not take incest that deal with a bowel infection. Do immediate help with removal of your stomach pain, usually with steroids. It is common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking these. Your doctor whether other side effects include stomach area burn and there could be many worse severe with IBS too. Talk to a doctor today. Say yes to incest. Learn more at incest.com or call 1-800-LITESS. I have so many qualified candidates, it's easier to find the ones for your roles. So if you want that's right. Free online visit.
information, please visit RumpShakerInc.org. That's RumpShakerInc.org.
Is now offering collision repair, auto service, and tires in one convenient location. Oil and filters, Chico's knows. Diagnostics, Chico's knows. Belts and hoses, Chico's knows. For all your automotive needs, head to the all-new Chico's Auto Pros on Atlanta Highway and experience what 5-star customer service is all about. 239-9510. Chico's knows.
I'm Scott Trout, attorney and CEO of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. We help men deal with the life changes also occur after divorce. These changes can impose the existing court order irrelevant or harder to follow. If you feel a modification to your court orders might be necessary, to us at the moment below. For marriage and testing, visit CordellCordell.com. 200 West Montgomery, Suite 1000, Tennessee, 37402. Representations made to the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than quality of legal services performed by lawyers. Experts in all states are helping you spring into something delicious with their semi-annual sale. Grab all your favorites and 50% off. Chicken and more. Plus, use promo code and Omaha Steaks and check out the additional $2 off your order. Get fired up and spring into something special, including 50% off side buyers only for other than time. Visit OmahaSteaks.com. Use code POP at checkout for an additional $30 off from their semi-annual sale today.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial. Today, News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Okay, I know who the police chief's name is now. Somebody said to me. I mean, the fact that I don't know the police chief's name, it means one or two things. That he is doing such a significant job of policing until I have nothing bad to say, or he's doing such a terrible job of policing, I have nothing to say. So I don't really know where I stand on that. I can't blame the police chief or the mayor if people want to kill themselves. I guess can't do that. I think blaming me if Emmanuel decides to go rob a bank. Hey, he grown. If you want to rob the bank, and I go up to him and I say, hey, what you rob the bank for? He'll probably say, the money is. Okay, I can't blame me for that. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope everybody's feeling well. Okay, don't forget, today is Be Nice to a fast food restaurant employee. Give them $5 extra today. Okay, just give them $5 tip or whatever. Okay, and if you got one of those restaurants where they won't let the individual people take a tip, you slip it into his hand anyway. Okay, I think that's one of the dumbest things that restaurants can do. They tell you that you cannot give a tip to your individual waiter; it has to go in the pot. So if you got a slacker that's in there, I mean, he gets to participate in the. I don't think so. I'm gonna figure out a way to give my tip to the person I want to have it. Okay. So today it's $5 tip made to your server that works in a fast food restaurant. Even if you got to slip it to him, just slip it to him. Nobody ever know when you hand you that cup of coffee. You grab that cup of coffee with one hand and you put that that $5 bill in there and you hand it back to him. There's always ways to do it if you want to make it happen. Okay. I'm just saying you might want to think about doing that. And since nobody really knows what TIP stands for, you know what TIP stands for? To ensure prompt service. You're supposed to give it to people before they give you your order. That way, it will include a promptness and a return, and they will return the favor. I'm just saying, you might want to tip. We give tips after the meal is presented to us. We're supposed to give it before the meal is presented to us, okay? To make sure that we get good service from our employees. All right, a lot of things going on. A big press conference yesterday by Charles Hot Dog Man. I like Charles. Suing the hell out the mayor for defamation. His attorney, which is a guy named Shaw, something like that yesterday. Listen, if he feels he was defamed, then hey, And if he sues the mayor in his position as mayor of the city of Montgomery, see, mayor will have to pay that. See, we got to pay that. Okay, so we got to be careful, unless they're public figures. Now, you can say things about the mayor. The mayor can't sue you because the mayor's a public figure, But, Charles is a private citizen, and, to call him a hustler and a shyster, that was kind of rough. But, I don't know what's going on over there. I don't have a clue what's going on. But I do think the mayor's a little bit, he was a little bit, it was a little ghetto when he said all that stuff at the press conference. That's a little ghetto talk, next time, Mayor, use some more highfalutin words, things of that nature. But anyway, so we'll see how that all works out. Was the mayor a little too hard on Charleston? I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. I only can go, but I will say one thing. The thing, the audio part, we didn't hear a whole conversation. It was kind of what we in the biz call edited for content. I'm just saying it was kind of edited. I'm just saying. Anyway, so yes, I'm listening to a press conference of Charles, who said he's a lot of things, but he's none of them things that the mayor called him. He's a father, and he is. He's a husband. He is, and I have to tell you, there have been few organizations in this town, very few, that have done the yeoman's work at trying to reach these young folks better than his. You got to give him credit. He's done some wonderful things. I've been a part of one or two of his graduation things, and it's been wonderful. So I think I hate to mix politics up with personal disagreements. But the guy has done a pretty good job. Not the only thing he did crazy one time was that thing where it looked like he was shot. But it did its intended goal was to bring attention to his plight, and it did that. Because I had to go over there, make sure he was laying on the ground. But he wasn't. But other than that, though, I have rarely heard anything bad about what he does. I think he does a wonderful job. But I don't really know what happened between him and the conversation between him and the mayor that made the mayor use those profound linguistics exercise. I don't know what happened there, but I do know the guy seems to be a good guy when it comes to doing what he does. Nobody young folks in the state of Montgomery. So I wish these two gentlemen could get together and have a private, no mics, no clandestine recordings, but just get together like men and sit down and talk. Because I think they both are doing a pretty decent job of what they are doing. And this is going to override everything that the mayor's trying to do, everything that Charles is trying to do, and they're going to be remembered not for the important things that they do, but for the non-important things, accusations, things of that nature. So I hope they both get together and have a sit down, have a powwow like they used to have in the old days. Sit down and have a conversation about this and work this out so nobody takes anybody to a poorhouse. Because if he wins, he sues the mayor in his position as mayor, then we gonna pay that. That's gonna come out of the city coffer. Depending on how much it is, maybe I'm gonna get a something from like that. I don't know. Yes, Ed. I'm doing fine.
Long time ago, Kevin, I was two men standing on the ground Broadway. It was 2 miles out. I could have seen more out. All the chains going out here. The guy, all kind of things. Standing on God's ground Broadway. So what do I do, Kevin? He said this wrong. He knew. That's not the hole. That's not the hole. And I thought, he told me that one on 28 down in the home. And then he told the guy, oh, what are they not? What are they not? What are they still trying to do? They're not saying that. But they say on God's line, God made it. She don't know God. A man God. That's made it. So God said, God being lifted up from the earth, that is what all of you can be. He said, he said, I'm not you. No, I'm not. So he said, he lifted up from the earth. Yeah, me. That is all in the kingdom. Everybody, that is, I tell you the truth. And people like it or not. And people don't like it, some people don't like it. The truth. They're going to hate you. They're telling them the truth. That's what it is. That's what he's God. Made it better than in hell. So he knows that. He knows that. Well, then, Kevin, we all will know that God is God. Have a good day, my friend.
All right, there, Mr. Ed. 860-1440 is the number here. You want to text me 274-3411. Let's get you going to hear on here with and stuff like that. Come on, who's this? Yes. Dr. Pete, how you doing? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Well, I don't know. Again, okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I was in a mayor's quarter to this extent. To bring up something during an election year that happened years ago, it is an affront. First of all, I think it's low down and dirty to do that. Uh, uh, Mm. Well, there's one thing about it. Somebody recorded it. Somebody put it out in public to hurt the mayor. Somebody did that. And so I don't know who did it. Maybe the mayor is in receipt of more information than we know. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he does know. I don't know. But it all come out in court. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. Yeah, he says that all the time. 7:24 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Hi. Well, the one thing he has done, he didn't take all the money that we have gotten from these, although we can't figure out how to spend the ARPA money yet, but he didn't take the money and spend it lavishly on things that we did not need. So our budgets are good. Well, they do have the authority to spend money on something that it's been appropriate. They just haven't done very much of it yet. But, well, listen, wait a minute. To keep us in the black, I think that's a pretty good thing to do. Okay, but he didn't. But he didn't take it away. Hey, he didn't take it and waste it. Well, love is a strong word. Well, I ain't kissing his butt, but I'm not gonna step. Well, for me, let me see now. The economics, to me, the economics are a big deal, and I think he is trying to help small businesses in his own way. Yeah, well, I think we are just we're not broke, we're in the black, right? But he didn't take the money and waste it. Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Uh, did he? I don't know. I didn't watch the speech. Again, I don't know the particulars. I do. I'm a brilliant man, but I don't know everything. Yeah, yeah. Well, now that I do not know, but I do know an allegation is not true. Well, I got him on my speed dial, but but according to you, everybody lies. I lie. The other guy lied. I mean, you, you, you think everybody lies. I mean, I don't know. Okay. Well, now you think the mayor's lying. Okay, so me and the mayor. I'm pretty sure you got some more folks. I listened to the tape. I didn't. No, the tapes were edited. Well, I didn't say nothing about Charles, did it? I said the tapes were edited. Well, I don't know who made the tapes. I didn't say he made them. I said the tapes were edited. Yeah. Well, I don't know. That. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll call up and do our back to the channel. Yeah. Well, listen. Let's take a break. We'll be back right after this. 860-1440. But I'm always curious. A lot of tape was only here one time. I don't know who made it. I don't have a clue who made it. But I don't know. It wasn't edited tape. That's for sure. Who did it? That remains to be seen. We'll be back.
Weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
By AC by Require. AC by Require is celebrating 40 years of comfort. Service delivered in 1983. Enter your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Visit acbyrequire.com for a list of services and offers today. That's acbyrequire.com. That's September 8th.
Not nearly as cold this morning. Temperatures starting in the 40s. Video and sunshine today gets us up into the upper 70s. Much warmer today, about 10 degrees warmer than we were yesterday. Tonight, down into the low 50s. Someday down to the upper 40s. And the clear some capture colors possible for your Thursday in the 80s. With a mix of sun and clouds Friday. In the mid 80s, sunshine and clouds. Storms Friday. Temperature forecast on
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sun's Oil, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Traffic floods, no big backup. Hope the bills are serving no one. Major delay.
When it comes to time,
With Kevin Elkins in the morning, Dan Bongino from Hannity for your afternoon. It's News Radio 1440.
People have a craving to explore new and traditional Asian cuisines. They head to P.F. Chang's, where scratch-made dishes come from 2,000 years of raw cooking. P.F. Chang's is known to explore new possibilities for their website. They turn to AmericanEagle.com. Systems to create unified digital experience. Includes good speaking based on users' intuitive ordering, an increase in administrative consumers, and a 40% increase in new users. For scratch-made dishes, the website designed to represent American emotion and produce efficiency. Results, visit AmericanEagle.com. American Eagle is the best businesses in the world. AmericanEagle.com. Call 877 now. It's 877 now. College and never know. What's this? A way to learn about 15 minutes. That's not just thinking quickly. You actually talk about it in the video. University studies are showing using 15 hours is equivalent to a semester of college therapy. If you want to language, there's no better way. Go to Babel.com to try it out. Great. That's BABEL.com. Now, this challenge in the voice process is described three key components: physical function, decision making, as well as financial support. Each of these is important. It's important that you choose the most. This is much about the
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Info Show. Chinese Russian don't hear Joe Biden on News Radio 1470.
You know, it's an amazing thing. You look at the newspapers today. I grew up with some friends who are neighbors when I was coming up, and they're wishing their child a 35th happy 35th birthday. Woo! Okay then. Not herself 35th birthday, but her son is 35 today. Wow, man, so from life. Good morning. Who's this? I'm doing fine, sir. You? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, yeah, a little bit, yeah. But go ahead and give it to me. You got a couple minutes. Go ahead. First of all, there's no such thing as a failing school. The people inside that school fail. We need new leadership in Lee High School. I mean, I talk every day about it, so I don't, coming out, but they don't, they don't want, yeah, they don't listen. They don't want to hear it. You know, they really don't. They don't want to hear it. I mean, I applaud your right. I applaud your thing, but I don't know. We need to take Lee on the road, but we need to take the road to Lee, because I just think that it's a as long as the administrators of education in this city and in its county don't really when you put a cell phone in a classroom, you don't want order. You don't want discipline. You want pacification. Yeah. So so yeah. I mean, it's a dumb. The teacher told me the other day. Yeah. Yeah. But it is a yeah. Right. 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 Yeah. And take that. Listen. Take the yeah. Take their cell phone from the kid. They'll be right up at school. You know. I don't know. But I applaud your effort. I applaud you. Mm-hmm. Get number one. All right. All right then. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Appreciate your work out there. I didn't give up on that. I didn't give up on that. I appreciate your work though. All right. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. Take a break. We'll be back 7:40 in the morning. We'll be right back. I'm on the floor. There's one thing that's right. I know it will be right. The gravity won't please fix my home. Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home. I know you won't delay. For one flat rate price, I know it will be right. Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home?
I'm Martin Hope, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter. That Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver. Unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shelley Place with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Food additives can harm children's development and raise the risk of obesity. To lower the risks, choose fresh fruits and vegetables when you can and avoid processed meats. Don't put plastic in the microwave because heat can cause chemicals to leak into your food. When cooking or serving hot foods, use glass or ceramic dishes. For more on keeping your child healthy, talk with
Ceramic.
your
What the hell is that?
at healthychildren.org.
What is ceramic? I don't know. Sounds like something rich people
This is
use.
Aaron Tippett. Being in the music business, traveling, working late,
Sounds like something that rich people use.
that staying active and making time to work out helps keep my
Poor people don't have
energy where it
ceramic.
needs to be.
Come on,
at
man.
my best. No matter what you do or where you are, make time to stay in shape. You'll feel better and have the energy you need to accomplish your goals. This message brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remains strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
And we are back. Good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds you well. 7:46 in the morning on this Wednesday morning. Yeah, everybody asking where Donald. Donald comes the first and the third Wednesday this year. Actually, this is the fourth. As a matter of fact, he was here last week. So have a great time. 860. I had somebody coming for the second and the fourth, but they never showed up. So what can I say? So if you want the job, if you want to try your hand at doing this job, I'll let you come up on a Wednesday. If you got what it takes, if you do, that's fine. If you don't, we just do it. 7:46 in the morning, collecting phones. Good morning, who's this? Good morning, LTE. Yeah, that's tough when you get, it's tough to get between family squabbles. It's tough. That's a hard one. Absolutely, because it was a meeting and it was edited. And so I don't know who did it, where it came from, but I know something. To wait 3 years to put it out is political shenanigans. Mm. Uh-oh. Mm. Mm. Right, right. Mm. What, you got to carry a gun? They are. I'm not saying the guns are necessarily the problem, but the people who with the guns, of course, are the problems. But if we already have problems, do we need to add another problem to it? I don't know. I don't know. they probably have a very restrictive policy when it comes to handguns. Of course, yeah, yeah. I think I think you bring up an interesting perspective. I may have to call down there and see what the deal is, and up to the chief. Yeah, yeah. I think we do. I think I appreciate it. It's an awesome responsibility to be in this position, but somebody. Okay, yeah, yeah. You know, listen, you guys think it's easy being the mayor of the airways? You think it is? It isn't. I'm asked every day, Elkin, what do you think? I mean, you know how much of my day I take telling people what I think? I mean, some want to hear it, some don't, but they ask me. I mean, it's an also, as a matter of fact, I should be paid overtime for all the times I get stopped every day. People want to know what I think. Because until I think about it, until I say something about it, the question is, did it really matter? So you notice when I take up the and I think something else too. You see, I got involved in that little chief thing, right? With the young man whose friend got shot by the police, and then they gave him 65 years. Well, now they did us with justice yesterday, but I think they need to do him a little bit better. I mean, I understand, but at 15 years old, I think we have all done dumb things at 15 years old. Are we saying that our system is not good enough to change the mindset of a 15-year-old? I think giving him 30 years when he didn't do it, I think that's crazy also. He's already, how long has he been in there already? He's already been in there, what, 8, 9 years? I mean, really, I would have gave him time served. You know, me personally. I mean, again, we needed some sort of, what was that? We needed some chastisement for being in that area. I agree with the judge on that. Shouldn't have been there. That's true. But how many of us at 15 years old have the common sense not to follow some people? Some of us do. We have our dads, you know, we have our moms, a tough mom. We do. Some of us do. And some of us don't. But when a 15-year-old is caught in that kind of situation, I'm blaming that on us as a community, as a society. I'm blaming that on us. Really, the first responsibility, of course, is to the parents. First responsibility to the dad. I get it. But 8, 9 years in prison, how long has he been in there? Anybody know how long he's been in there? But the judge in Sibley Reynolds, I guess, or somebody took his turn up, took a they half the thing. But I still say 30 years for not killing any. Okay, the police shot that man. I think that's yeah, I agree. But how many of us at 15 years old did not do dumbass things? We all did. I still say 30 years in prison for a young man who made a mistake that the police shot the other guy, not him. Now, if he'd have shot somebody, I'm with you. But he did. He was a kid that was misguided in the wrong place at the right time. Okay? He was wrong for what he was doing. I think putting him in prison for what he has already served is good enough. Okay. And now, if he gets his butt in another cringe, then I say, hey, let the buyer beware. But I do believe that but I was glad to see that he still got railroaded. Going from 65 years to 30, and from 15 years old, he still got railroaded. And again, I'm not blaming the police. The police do what they have to do, but I don't think you blame a 15-year-old for what another 15-year-old does. No, we got 2 young men here who are lost, and I don't know what. I just think that they ought to give the guy time served and tell him be blessed, and don't ever get in trouble again. Yeah, I'm just thinking that's the way I see it. And that is Elmore County, I think. Good morning. Morning. No, but you did. But you only heard one side of the conversation. You didn't hear the rest of the conversation. Right, and that's fine. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with his words. Yeah, but then why didn't we hear? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why didn't we hear two sides of the conversation? Okay. Okay. Again, I'm asking the same question. Why didn't we hear the other part of that conversation? Right. Well, there's no doubt about it. It was him, but there's no doubt about it that he was talking. That's not the issue. The issue is that where were everybody else that was talking at that same time? You can't have a conversation by yourself because if he was having a conversation by himself, he don't need to be mayor. I'm just saying. So there was another conversation piece in there that we did not hear. And where is that at? It was edited tape. I'm just saying that is what it is. Again, we got a mayor that's sitting in the room talking to himself, then we need to try to get a new mayor. Okay? I don't believe that was the case, however. And again, listen, you call good good and bad bad. So I disagree with the mayor on many things, but I am not disagreeable with the mayor. If I'm mayor of the city of Montgomery, now I'm already the mayor of the airways, right? And there are people who disagree with me every day. That's fine. But all I ask is that if you disagree with me, you articulate your disagreement in a manner that is intelligent, okay, comprehensible, and that I understand. Okay. I don't want to hear about your feelings. Tell me where I'm wrong. Okay? And I've still got my $1,000 left for any man that turned this up into one. Okay. I still got it. I'm just waiting for somebody to come up here with it and I'll give it to them. Show me any time that a man scientifically turned this into a female that was born a man. What do you say? Yeah. So anyway, I'm still so logic and reason is my friend. Common sense is my cousin. Okay, and my friends and my cousin are always near each other. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So let me hear it, and I will. I'll be all right. You'll be okay. 860-1440 is the number here. You can text me 274-3411 if that's what you need to do. And again, I love to say congratulations to the Lakeith guy, but he still got screwed. Okay. Now, I wanted to have the conversation. Do you really believe that a young man that's 15 years old gets involved? Should he been burglarizing somebody's house? Of course not. Of course. But is it worth 30 years of his life for making a stupid mistake? And the police shot the guy. It wasn't this guy that shot anybody. So, because if we're gonna hold our young people to that standard, then we ought to give them the same privileges that 18-year-olds get and 19-year-olds get. Really, they should be able to buy a beer. Really. They should be able to go to the store and buy some Hennessy. If in fact we think they are mentally mature enough to be held accountable for what somebody else does, then we need to give them the same privileges that we give any other mature, grown person. You know why we don't do that? You know why we don't? Because we know mentally they are not prepared. So then they're not prepared either. Okay, when they do stupid things like I did at 15 years old. I still think the young man ought to be let out of prison, out of jail. I do. But that's up in Elmore County. I don't have any, I'm not the mayor up there. So listen to me. Anyway, but he's been warned, let him out of prison. He's been warned, he knows what prison like. Now if he gets out and we do something crazy, then the lawyer said they're gonna reappeal things. So I hope they do and I hope they will. Let that young man out of prison. Let him have some kind of life. Okay? We'll be back.
WSFA 12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine. Madison Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Wednesday. This morning, we're getting a first look at the governor's proposed budgets, which could include a tax rebate. The governor proposes a one-time rebate of $4 or an $800 rebate for families. Montgomery Mayor 2019, rebate this week. Now it will halt production on the years the last half college benefit.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI-AM and 95.1 FM of Montgomery. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Jeffrey Rodriguez. A lot of people are already nervous about their money amid turmoil in the U.S. banking system. Now, borrowers may be hit with another interest rate hike. The Fed is expected to announce its decision today. Mark Zandy is chief economist at Moody's Analytics.
They're trying to thread the needle here, balance things, trying to do enough to help support the banking system and financial system to down solid ground, but at the same time continue to fight inflation.
The Fed is expected to increase rates by another quarter of a percentage point. The indictment watch is still on. Correspondent is in New York, covering the investigation into Donald Trump and whether he'll be charged with falsifying business records connected to hush money payments.
Former President Trump remains in Florida, huddled with his lawyers and his advisors in a Trump campaign fundraising appeal. Tuesday, he claimed that he could be arrested at any moment.
New York police are bracing for protesters who could disrupt traffic in the streets and tunnels. In California, bracing for new flooding after a deadly bomb cyclone slammed into the Bay Area.
The windows on our 28th floor network that were really shaking.
He was killed when a tree fell on his van and more than 130 customers had no power. A three-day water conference kicks off at the UN today. Correspondent Kevin McCormick reports it's a problem that's growing worse.
10% of the global population currently lives in areas that are high or critical water stress.
The UN's Richard Connor says many don't have access to safe drinking water or even basic sanitation. The report shows as cities continue to grow, governments must do more to invest in ways to secure clean water. The French president has just addressed changes to the retirement age. He's pushing through. Even as the labor unions call for pension reforms to be scrapped, France's president says they will go ahead. In a televised interview, President Macron said the reforms that will see the retirement age raised from 62 to 64 will start to roll out in September as planned. Despite the protests, he also said he backs his Prime Minister, Elizabeth Warren, who forced the bill through the National Assembly without a vote. Elaine Hobbs, CBS News, Paris. California police say Dick Van Dyke suffered mild injuries when he crashed his Lexus into a gate in Malibu. Witnesses tell people the 97-year-old actor was bleeding from his nose and mouth and may have suffered a concussion. We've been dealing with record rains and flooding in Southern California. No word on whether the weather played a part in the accident. Futures are up 15. This is CBS News.
Nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance so you only pay for what you need. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Martin Hick, the inventor of Nevada's nasal clear, and I love Nevada. I told you about how your nose is the body's air filter. Nevada's cards teach you to help protect allergies, viruses, and then Nevada's will help breathe them. But what do other people say about you? Like Haley, quote, Nevada's is the best thing I've bought. I love it. I just feel so clean on I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Nevada's, and it's amazing. For this one, I use Nevada's every night. Could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Nevada's, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better. Unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Nevada, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier throughout the day.
Gas is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Radio, and Audi. Milan, NAP, AG&E, Clean Nose, Healthy Life.
Prices are rising again in the UK. It was a nasty shock for the forecasters and for the British government. Instead of continuing its gentle fall, inflation here rose to 3.4% in the year to February, up from 10.1% the month before. Was caused by extreme weather in suppliers Spain and North Africa helped push up food prices. Inflation here now hovering near a 30-year high. CBS News, London. Can you walk and talk at the same time? A new study from Harvard Med finds the ability to juggle both diminishes earlier than previously thought, and it may be a warning sign of dementia. Researchers are recommending routine monitoring at age of 55 instead of 65. Falls and injuries and facilitate intervention. Scientists claim cognitive and memory decline, shrinkage of the brain's frontal lobe and hippocampus. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News. Wonder why your business would show up on online search maps, but your competitors do? To identify, and that's how we do your community. CUMULLIStic.com. CUMULLIStic.com.
Skippable and quick. We get your message out in 24 to 48 hours. And radio is very important. That's why radio consistently gives us return on investment and it also marketing campaigns generate even higher returns. That's why to deliver a coordinated video and digital campaign that will get good results. And your business.
Don't miss Sean Hannity, Biden and Montgomery in News Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Then he has no. Good morning. I'm feeling pretty good. 8:09 in the morning. Say it, man. Talking about me. Go ahead. Do it one more time. Let me hear that last verse there. How'd you do it? How'd you do it? Let the record show. I took the blows and did it my way. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Don't worry about all that stuff. Listen, say the claps to the end of the show. Say the claps to the end of the show. I got you. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Take the claps to the end of the show. Okay. Also, speaking of Charles Lee, looks like Charles Lee is going to be honored with from the Global International Alliance University with a doctorate of humanitarianism. We're going to call him Dr. Charles Lee. I guess it's going to be in June. I guess it's going to be. You can call me whatever you wish. Just do me a favor. After my graduation, please add that doctor in front of it. How would you, brother? Anyway, congratulations to Charles Lee. Tonight, he'll be given an honorary doctorate. I've been trying to get one for years. You know, I got a PhD from the internet one time, but didn't have nobody college thing on it, so I got a PhD in common sense. But it would be nice, with that big old hat that they wear, whatever the thing they wear, you do up there and people act like they're important for a couple of minutes. And then after that, they just turn off the lights on you, rid of your plate, and charge you for the dinner. Anyway, 860-1440 is the number. He want to get a call and talk to you whatever on your mind. So Charles Lee, actually, it'll be Dr. Charles Lee in June. So we can only call him Charles right now. Then after that, you got to call him Dr. Charles Lee. Yeah. As a matter of fact, now, man, I love you, brother, but we don't call you Dr. Lee, except your dad. I don't know. That's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be a tough one to pull off. 860-1440 is the number. You want to get started? Let's talk to the brother on your mind. A lot of things still yet to talk about. The mayor today is launching his re-election campaign. I like it. Good morning. Who's this? Yes, Steve. What's up? Listen, I was just messing with y'all. And I really wanted to sing now. And matter of fact, I got an audition someplace in Montgomery today. I really can't sing now. I can turn it up with that. I was just messing with y'all because I don't want y'all asking for my autograph later on. Yeah. So what's up? Yeah. We've been doing that over here too. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. Don't people have a right to believe what they want to believe? So what do you give on David Koresh for? Okay. But listen. Wait a minute. Do you believe everything the government tells you? Do you believe that stuff? No, 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 no. Wait a minute. David Koresh would come outside every day and run, do a lap or two in the city. If they wanted that man, all they had to do was stop him in town and arrest him. They came out. They killed innocent women. We don't know if he did. We do know. Wait. We do know that the FBI in those tapes killed some children. They burned them up. Yes. Trump ain't killed them. Trump ain't used tanks, American military stuff to hurt U.S. citizens. Okay, because it was a breach, because it was an assault. It was an assault on American liberty there by the FBI. I have credit because it was a because he showed us what can happen when an over aggressive government gets involved. Because we saw the consequences of a government that was. I, listen, okay, okay, okay. All right. Well, listen, we ain't gonna never agree on this with Mr. Marine. I'm good. We went to places to protect people's rights to be free in our own country. That's right. In our own country. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I ain't mad at you. Okay. Oh, hoorah. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Who's this? Listen, he has his right to. Oh yeah, that was him. I know who it was, but he wouldn't. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Of course I am. Absolutely I am. Yeah. What, again, the United States. Who says that? Wait, who says it's okay to do that? We don't know that. Ain't nobody. Well, wait a minute. In the Appalachian, wait a minute. In the Appalachian, they've been doing that for years. And the honest, I didn't say it's all right. I'm saying no. Okay. All right. Say now. Listen. You wait. You are entitled to your own opinion, but not your own facts. Okay. Now, again, if they wanted David Koresh, all they had to do, he ran every day in town. All they had to do was pick him up. All they had to do was pick him. And what about the innocent people that died? What about the innocent people that died? We use U.S. military. We use U.S. military equipment on civilians. But because okay, but because they were considered a cult, yeah, okay. Well, I've been ticked off about that for years. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but who cares? I don't care. I don't care. It was his money. It was his money. Yeah, but I don't care. But I don't care. If he wants to pay that woman off, Clinton paid that woman off $850,000. You didn't say nothing about him. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Okay. I hear you. Yeah, I know. And that's why a lot of violence happens in America sometimes because we're using these men because not me though. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I wouldn't. But hey, I mean, and the court system, for some reason, think that child support should be based on not what the child needs, but what you make. I mean, that's crazy. No, hell no. I'd burn the money up first. Absolutely. And I'd have so much stuff brought to my jail cell by my buddies because I got all that money. It'll be like living at home. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. Anyway, 860-1440 is the number. You want to give us how many? So what did happen in Waco? See, some of you guys are still young. This happened in 1983. It ended in April 93. A 51-day standoff between Branch Davidians, which is what they were called, and federal agents that ended on April 19, 1993, when the religious group compound near Waco, Texas, was destroyed in a fire. Nearly 80 people were killed, and that included some kids. Okay, we used American military hardware. Now, I think it was a National Guard unit for that. Yeah, I will never. And all they got to do is say that you're a cult, and I guess that makes it okay. I got the FBI upstairs too. I'm not talking about them guys. I hope not. They wasn't around then. But Waco, Texas was a massacre. 80 people. Okay, so listen, don't tell me just because they call you something, it means that you did it. Okay. Anyway, 860-1440 is our number here when you call up talk to you. 8:21 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Not much. Mm-hmm. 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 And it did. And it did. Well, my mother's the same way too, though. Yeah, she was the same way. I hear you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. My mother wouldn't have played that either, though. She would. The point being, we have a double system. Right. But we got a double-sided legal system that doesn't treat everybody the same. Okay. Well, that's just my opinion. That's no. No, they would have been asking why that guy was on the floor if he'd have hit me. I wouldn't have complained about it because I was tough, baby. I was tough. I picked. Listen, I would. Listen. In high school, I'd go up to the tallest guy in the room and smack him. Yeah, especially them football players. Yeah, I did. Anyway, all right. I gotta go. Yeah. I was a tough little son of a gun. I go to the tallest guy in the room, smack him one time, just to make sure that he know I wasn't a wuss. All right. After the break, shall return uno momento. Okay. See, we'll be back. What you got to do in a place? Yeah, but 1993. Now, what the FBI did that day was living infamy, and nobody paid for that. It reminds me of the Whitehurst case all over again. We killed 80 people, 80, all in the name of justice. And I don't think anybody, who was the attorney general then? Was that Janet Reno? I don't think anybody ever paid the loss of 80 lives, all because we didn't like what they believed. We categorize them as something, and then we use military might, military machinery, national guard machinery, and cause those people's death. So don't tell me about the government. You know, I love my government, love my country, but everything we do is not right. We'll be back right after this.
Watch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Since 2010, Blindster has sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters to satisfy customers across the country. With 20,000 five-star reviews and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Custom blinds at low prices and free shipping. Blindster.com.
Good morning, Montgomery. The good news continues. Still no major. Nothing's being reported to be sent you in the north and the south. We're finishing that. East Boulevard, Carmike. We'll keep you posted. Toyota daily at Reinhardt Toyota, Cambridge, Rose, Country, Tacoma, Oak Mountain, Next Belfast, Reinhardt Toyota on the East Boulevard. Coming up, but I'm going to tell off 50 days ago.
Now, here's the morning Sean Hannity update. I went back into the deep dive, took a look into the background and record. Let's get to this guy. Since he took office, he's downgraded 52% of all criminal cases brought before him to misdemeanors. What his office done is end up bringing penalty charges and only secure convictions in 51% of cases. He gave plea deals to 2 criminals involved in the fatal stabbing of a U.S. Army vet. 3 received a slap on the wrist, prison sentence. He was murdered of 7 years after taking the deal with Bragg's office that included pleading guilty to a lesser charge. The attacker also took a deal with Bragg's office, but guilty to assault and receiving time served for the years that she spent in jail. On the case before the courts, no additional jail time. Sean later today, right here on the Sean Hannity Show. Cyber thieves could steal the equity in your home without you even knowing. It's a financial devastating experience called home title theft. Now, cyber thieves hunt for the title of your home online and they'll forge your signature on a transfer document stating that you sold them your home when you didn't. Then they'll take out loans on your home with your equity or they'll sell to an unsuspecting buyer. By the way, they're gone. Your money's gone also. Your home is not your name anymore. And now you're hiring attorneys to try and save your home. I protect my home, my equity, with home title lock. You should too. Home title lock will put a virtual shield around your home's title. And that's the instantly detect activity or tampering around your home's title. They help shut it down and shut it down fast. First things first, get a free title scan with site to verify your home is safely renewed. And mention my name, Sean. We have 30 days protection at HomeTitleLock.com. That's HomeTitleLock.com.
On YouTube, wherever you listen, and look at home counselors to come. Agents who review homes are standing up for what's right. We're here protecting people's rights. We're advocating for the issues of different communities. We're championing fair and equitable housing. Because we're realtors, owned by citizens, living to serve the communities. We're here for you. We're here to pass the national
Here's the good moment about free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G. I know the best part this week. No, the fact that it's on America's largest 5G network. It's the ding. Oh, yeah. What the ding? What the ding? It's the ding-a-ring-ski. The ding-a-ring. You should probably save the food. And free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G. We
of the day. Well, ZipRecruiter is faster finding people. So they typically use them. They hire things like Windows staff. And that's why you can find ZipRecruiter free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Use it. We have so many it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. Employers are post on ZipRecruiter with quality candidates who can post it. That's a lot of news. So how do we do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology seems to candidates who are great fits for your job. You can easily do your two choices to it. If you want less hay and more news, then use ZipRecruiter. And you can find ZipRecruiter for free. That's free. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter. That's ready for hire. People learning and language to do too much work. But travel is really fun. You learn words and phrases from real native speakers. Get ready for real-life conversations in just a few weeks. So easy. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com. Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym. Yeah, I've really fallen off since I touched 40. I just don't get the results I used to get. Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me. I've seen that on TV. Is it for real? Oh, yeah. The patented key ingredient is something called Testofen, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels. What are you doing? Get in my car. Where are you walking to work? Hey, man, you can see me at my gas prices. They're draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore. Talk about it. Just do what I do. Because I never pay full price for gas. I use the free upside that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. Hey, you're telling me you can pay cash when you buy gas with the upside? Yeah. The real cash back every time I get in. Does that actually add up to anything? I'll make around $200. Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free upside app now. Now, with real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SMART for an extra 20% a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code SMART. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free upside app and use promo code SMART for 20% a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SMART. You want to get real here.
Okay, we're back. 854-1440. Remember, you just got to talk to us there on your mind. We lost 25 children in that standoff in Waco, Texas. I will never understand why they did it. That's a dumb thing. Yeah, I don't trust them to say that. Let me take on the phone. Good morning, who's this? Yes. Doing fine. Hey, yeah, we're famous. Everybody wants everything. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No. All right, appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. 93. About 90, 900 police were there. 900, the ATF, FBI, because evidently they said he was selling guns, or he started a gun collection. Well, supposedly. Well, I don't know what they are now. They, yeah. That, that. Yeah, we can. Mm. All right, yeah, appreciate it. I knew you called that, but that was interesting. Come on, who's this? Yes. Fine. I was feeling. That was feeling. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, that's what I did. Yeah, I did. I did, but I ran through the gate. That whole thing, he couldn't get through. Yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I only got so much time. I just got so much time. I agree with them. Wait a minute now. That's better than Democrats won't even let you come up and talk. They running people out of colleges now because they say something they don't like. Yeah, they are. Yeah, I'm inviting conservatives to colleges. Oh, so you tell wait, so you tell me it's not true? Okay, so then okay. Now, wait a minute. You don't want to talk about sexual escapades with kindergartners in school. Now, that's not true. Who don't know about Rosa Parks? But who don't know about Rosa Parks? Yeah. Somebody told a lie. Yeah, somebody told a lie. That is what they're trying to do. No, that's not what they want to do. Because she was actually in her seat. She was actually in the seat she was supposed to be in. Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. Appreciate it. We'll be back. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people thought she was sitting in the White House. She was actually sitting in where the black folks supposed to sit on the bus. But then again, you know, man has always had issues with men. I don't know what's up with all that. Yeah. Let's see if I get this break hour. We'll come back. I don't know how we got that. The mayor is open up. It's officially entering the race for a second term starting today. And I actually want to say congratulations to Charles Lee too. I don't know how him and the mayor going to work this thing out. They got to work out, but evidently come June he'll be getting a doctorate of humanitarianism. So from this school, I don't know which name that school is. Look here, Charles. Can you see if we can get me one? I'm just thinking. After Elton. Oh yeah, that sounds good. I better bet. Oh, we'll be back. Mayor Elton, Dr. Elton's law on one of this side. We'll be back.
Sunshine today gets us up in the upper 70s, much warmer today. 2 degrees warmer than we
Watch traffic. Brought to you by Automotive, family owned, family driven. News Radio 1440.
The children's music and dance teacher couldn't trust me. It was the kind of I went to the good big course with the cool better art.
know this is my spot. Okay, this is my spot.
No, never have I ever taken such an amazing breath in my life. This is a life changer. Unquote. He's one of over 1,120 That'll drive you up. The lower your pay is the more you can look at 2,000, and even 4,000 on the spot. In 30 minutes with no online broken. Been told no in the past. It is finally here. Budget works with national lenders like Cap One and local credit unions. Budget's goal is to say yes, and that's yes to your credit headaches, putting them in the past. Budget's pollen busting sale ends soon. Don't miss it.
Research shows that customers close to provide that build trust and radio. You get yourself out in 24 to 48 hours, and radio is very affordable. That's why radio consistently gives you the highest return on investment, and it's also why it should always be your base media buy. Research also confirms that marketing Hi, I'm Connie. This is my job. I use radio. I how to get use radio.
Managing online presence takes time, effort, and expertise. It can overwhelm even the savviest business owner. So, meet Cumulus Boost. We're experts at boosting the online presence for businesses of every type. We make sure potential customers can easily find you and really like what they find. Your website, online listings, consumer reviews, and more. Cumulus Boost. Online at cumulusboost.com. CUMULUSboost.com.
Selling it like it. It's the Dan Bone Show. Days from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Okay, somebody's got to pay my salary. Come on now. You think I work for free? Almost, but not quite. I get to take Social Security early. Oh well. All right, 860-1440 is our number. I'm going to shut up now. We've got about 2 minutes left, 8 minutes left in the show. I don't know where these hours go by so fast sometimes. They just go by fast. Okay, who's going to run a little longer? Right here, this guy. All right, good morning on there. Good morning, you're on the air. I'm going to get the number on the air. I'm going to block it. Good morning. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Listen, he even does things that the board don't even know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. Mm. Yeah, yeah. Although, right. Well, let me tell you the same thing. And I asked Todd Strange about that one time. He said, well, the problem is that when you choose from within, sometimes people will accuse you of putting people in because you're buddy with them, as opposed to their qualification. And I knew the last woman. What was her name? Evidently, she had a great reputation. People liked her. Uh, yeah. Hmm. Right. Well, and I think most people would agree with that. It's just like that. Appreciate it. Just like that race when they did with Fernando Morgan and Sabrina Martin. They took her off, but they told him, even though they let him join their thing, they told him he couldn't. I argued with somebody the other day that knows the new judge, and told me, I said she was selected, not elected. She was selected. She was selected by the Democratic Party, put on the ticket, and everybody by default she won because there was nobody else there. I mean, she was selected. She wasn't elected. She was selected. I ain't mad at her. That's their party. They can do what they want to do. But I just wish we would stop acting as though these parties represent the people. They don't. They represent their own individual party interests. That's got nothing to do with you. They took 14,000 votes and threw them in the garbage, and mine was one of them. Okay? So the guy who came in second was threw off, and they went and selected somebody to put on the ballot for the judgeship last year. And by default, she won. All she had to do was get one vote because there was nobody else on the thing. But my people believe in voting that straight ticket, buddy. So whatever there gets voted for. Okay, did. So let's not act like she got selected. She did not get elected. Okay. Now I ain't mad at her. She probably would do a good job, but at the first time in my history of voting since 1992, that people just throw your stuff away. Now somebody told me that the Republicans have done the same thing. I haven't seen that since I've been here. Now if it has happened, then I didn't know anything about it. But and I probably didn't vote in that race. But this was the first time I voted for a Democrat. I can't believe it. And they turned away and threw my vote away. So I'm just telling you, so don't tell me what these people won't do. The Democratic Party and the Republican Party, they are not about you. They are, when this jerry rigging goes on in your cities and it's not about you. They could care less if you vote or not. But their deal is to put enough people that do vote in a particular situation, so they have to vote one way or the other. Insler is in office right now. I like the guy. I like him. He does great work with the kids, stuff like that. But he's in office right now because they gerrymandered the District 74, whichever one it is, to make sure that Charlotte Meadows would lose because she was a Republican. So they flooded that district with people who call themselves Democrat. They're not Democrats, they merely vote Democrat. Republicans, most of them are not Republicans, they vote Republican. Okay? So don't tell me that these people care anything about the folks that okay. Political parties are not about you. Political parties is about them. Okay, them. And unless you wanted them by ticket or by decree or by paying your dues, they not when they do something, they're not thinking about you. Now, if you remember that, that's what I like about the city elections. They are nonpartisan. You don't have to say what party you belong to. I think all our votes should be nonpartisan. Tell you the truth. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Yeah. How in the world can you take a city divided amongst 5 or 6 congressmen and everybody gets a piece of Montgomery? No, no, they want to Wait a minute. They wanted people who call themselves Republicans and people who call themselves Democrats. They didn't care what color they were. They didn't care what color they were. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Mm. Yeah. All righty then. Anyway, okay. Well, that's about wrapping up. Again, the mayor launches his re-election campaign today. I don't know exactly where he's going to be at. Montgomery Mayor Reed has announced that he will launch his re-election campaign today. Reed will hold its first campaign event at Gateway Park Lodge at noon this afternoon. I guess maybe I'll go out there and see what's going on. He was first elected in 2019, winning with 67% of the vote in a runoff. He is the first black mayor of the city's history. All right, then. That's it. My time. Let's take one more call, and then we're going to call it a day. Good morning. Okay, then. See, I should have known that people would call at the end of the show. I shouldn't even hang up. I shouldn't even take more calls at the end of the show because people get crazy about things. Anyway, so tomorrow's Thursday. I got who's coming up tomorrow? Should be Sean, I think. But anyway, we'll see when they get here. All right, then. Anything else? Anybody got anything else? Okay. I got to take my boy to get his ID card, military ID card. So, I'm going to do that sometime today. Go out on National Guard base and make him feel like somebody. Give him his own ID card and everything. Go out on base. They don't even need me no more after that. All right, then. He'll be driving. Oh, yeah. He's on the road now, so y'all be careful now. My son's actually on the road driving these days. Not but he's driving. So y'all be careful. You see a tag says Elkins on it. You might want to get out there. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. The good Lord says the same. Have a great day, everybody. Don't forget, it's a great day to be alive on top of the ground. In the ground.
This morning, we're getting a first look at the governor's proposed budget. It's a one-time $800 rebate for families. Now, by lawmakers, approved tax on Montgomery Mayor Stephen Reed is expected to officially